2010, the FIFA World Cup was hosted on African soil. Expectation weighed heavily on the continent's representatives, and the Nigerians finished bottom of their group. Further disappointment followed when they failed to qualify for the 2012 Africa Cup of Nations. Nigeria were at one of their lowest ebbs. African champions in 2013, Nigeria were unbeaten in qualifying for the FIFA World Cup, and later this year they will travel to Brazil re-energised.
Amazing. Excited, more than excited. It's something out of this world to put on the shirt, wear this badge, represent my country in Brazil is something amazing, something everyone wished for. So I thank God for it. I'm feeling so glad. So please.
The name Nigeria was coined by the writer Dame Flora Shaw in the 19th century. Nigeria is the most populous country in Africa, accounting for 18% of the continent's total population. It is the world's 12th largest producer of petroleum. And its film production industry, nicknamed Nollywood, is the world's second largest. Nigeria has the world's highest rate of twin births, and the country boasts 521 languages. Nigeria played their first official football match in 1960, and by 1994 they'd reached 5th in the FIFA World Ranking, their highest ever position. And their nickname is the Super Eagles.
Nigeria's renaissance owes much to the influence of their coach, Stephen Keshi. As a player, he was part of the Nigerian team who impressed many with their performances at the 1994 FIFA World Cup. He captained the side in a 2-0 group stage win against Greece. In 2011, Keshi became coach, and after guiding the national team through a difficult period, he led them to victory in the Africa Cup of Nations and to qualification for the FIFA World Cup.
It is important in the sense that this is one of the sources that brings Nigerians together. And this is a nation that adores football. They worship football.
Since taking the coaching role, Keshi has brought harmony to the squad.
He's a great guy, a man manager, someone that relates great with his players. So he's trying to build a team on unity. And you know, if you have a strong unity, a united force, you can achieve the whole world.
Anyone that knows him knows how much he demands from his players. He always wants you to work 110% every day in training, in games. He never wants you to stop. So I think we've responded to that. We've taken that on board, and I think every player is enjoying the challenge. I can only see the future being very bright for us and being very bright for the national team with Stephen Keshi.
Keshi is a people person. People are in awe of him. He commands a lot of respect, and we can see that in the composition of his team. So-called troublemakers or people who believe they're indispensable to the team, he has withered them out without me naming names, and that's what we want.
The African champions played at last year's FIFA Confederations Cup in Brazil. They were comfortable winners over Tahiti, but were eliminated in the group stage after defeats to Spain and Uruguay. Still, valuable lessons were learned.
Since I've been back, and it's been working, really working, and the boys are showing a different performance level. And the boys also, the ones that were there, I think they saw the high level of professionalism with other teams that came in there. So, all in all, it's been good for us.
John Obi Mikel is one of Keshi's more experienced players. He missed the 2010 tournament through injury, but 4 years on, he's set to play a pivotal role.
Oh, John Mikel, he brings everything. He brings youth, but he brings a lot of experience. I mean, he's played in Chelsea for how many seasons now? You know, he's been the linchpin in that Chelsea midfield. And, you know, when in the past, he's not played as well for Nigeria as he has done for Chelsea. But I think in the last year and a half or so, he's actually applied himself to that national team and become a leader of that national team.
Mikel patrols the midfield, albeit in a more advanced role than he enjoys with his English club Chelsea. Keshi encourages him to get forward, but also requires him to dictate the play, distributing the ball to the wide men.
We play 4-4-1-1. It's a good formation for us as well. We've got two wingers, me on the left and then Ahmed Musa on the right, so we kind of support the strikers as well, so that really helps, and then it's a good formation and it's working for him at the moment.
He's got some very, very pacey wingers on the side, so Ahmed Musa, Victor Moses, you know. So he's got experience, he's got youth, you know, and most of his players have got flair. You know, the ones, midfielders and attackers, they've got a lot of flair, they're good on the ball, you know, and that's kind of team that he's built. It's exciting to watch, and at the same time, it produces results.
I love offensive football. Because the people that comes out there to the stadium, they come to enjoy their money and to see a good football. Attack, defend at the same time. Yes, this is my style of football.
As well as boasting an exciting attack, Keshi has a reliable last line of defence in goalkeeper Vincent Aneema. Nigeria's captain, who is enjoying an exceptional season, was one of only 2 members of the 2010 squad to feature regularly in the qualifying campaign for this year's tournament.
Captain. Like, it's so exciting, number one. Number two, I'm proud of this stamp, of this badge. This represents my whole country. This represents the millions of people back home. And to put on the band, it makes me feel like I've got the weight of the whole country on my shoulders. So it makes me feel so glad, so proud of being a Nigerian, so proud of putting on this band, so excited. It's just all fun.
2014 will be the 5th time that Nigeria has appeared in the finals. One of their highlights was the come-from-behind victory to beat the current world champion Spain 3-2 in their opening match at the 1998 FIFA World Cup. And among their lowlights was a 4-1 capitulation against the Danes in the round of 16 just over 2 weeks later, which was reported in the Nigerian papers. After Egypt, Nigeria is known to have one of the largest newspaper markets in the world.
Nigeria hit the headlines when they topped their qualifying group to secure one of Africa's 10 playoff berths. They went into their tie against Ethiopia as favourites, and on this occasion, the burden of expectation did not weigh too heavily.
I thought we fought hard to give us a team. They worked great from each player. Everyone was just working hard to make sure we don't lose the game in Ethiopia, and that's what really helped us to win a game.
The first leg finished 2-1 in Addis Ababa, putting Nigeria firmly in control, and goals from Moses and Victor Obina in Calabar confirmed their place at the finals.
The atmosphere there was amazing as well, because we just need to win the game or draw the game to qualify for the World Cup. And after the game as well, you should see the joy from the fans and from the manager, every staff that was there, the players. It was really exciting going to the World Cup.
Nigeria are one of 5 African nations heading to Brazil, and all will cross the Atlantic with the goal of becoming the continent's first team to progress beyond the quarter-finals at a FIFA World Cup.
It can happen, it's possible. We've got a good team, Ghana's got a great team, Africa's got a great team, amazing team, so it's always possible. I don't believe in negativity, so I believe that there's a possibility that an African team can win.
Hopefully, we can see an African team getting to the semi-finals or the final of the World Cup. But I think it will take time, but you never can say never in football.
For Nigeria to succeed, they must first progress from Group F. They will face Bosnia and Herzegovina, Iran and Argentina, a nation they've failed to beat in 3 of their 4 previous FIFA World Cup appearances.
Oh gosh, I mean, we thought we'd seen the last of Argentina, you know, but I think it's one of the better groups for African teams. You know, it's one of the better groups. We've got Iran and Bosnia, you know, who are coming into the World Cup for the first time. So if we can get decent results against those two, you know, it's going to be very difficult for us to beat Argentina.
The Super Eagles game against Argentina is their final match in the group. It takes place in Porto Alegre on June the 25th.
I genuinely believe if things go well for Nigeria, there is a potential for them to become the first African team to get to the semi-finals.
We all go out there and help each other and play for each other and support each other. We're all in it together. If it's good results or bad results, we're all in it together. And I think that's what everyone is taking on board, and you know, everyone is really responding to it.